Retail and property business Harvey Norman lifted its group sales revenue 5.5% during the year to $9.35 billion. The company's net profit soared 47% to about $518 million, and the total dividend payout was increased to 26.5 cents. The Harvey Norman property portfolio increased in value by $154 million during the year. It's now worth about $4.53 billion. Here's the share price reaction to the results. You can see investors loved it. Within the first 5 minutes of trading, Harvey Norman shares had set a new record high of $7.09. They finished the day at $6.89, up almost 11.5%. So I spoke to Executive Chairman Gerry Harvey earlier today about the results, retail conditions, the property portfolio and regulation.
We've had a stronger year than I thought we'd have. And so now I'm looking at it and thinking, how are we going to go this year? And I've got the July-August sales figures out and I'm looking at that and, we're going to be better than last year. Is that happening in Australia? Yes. We're in 8 countries. It's happening in every country. So I've been through the sales in every country and they're strong. And so I'm looking at that and thinking, wow, why are we doing so well at the moment, and does this carry forward? And the biggest thing going for us at the moment is the AI revolution. It's in the media every day of the week. Everyone's talking about it. We've launched it in Australia in a big way. We think, and we've been told, we've launched it in Australia better than any other country in the world launched it. And so we've got people, our top people, going to America every 3 or 4 months, talking to the Nvidias and the Microsofts and the Qualcomms, all those big tech players, and they're giving us their latest, and they're saying to us, you've got to be here every 3 or 4 months, because if you don't, you'll miss out. So we're looking at that and thinking, wow, this is going to be so big. How big is it going to be? So then we make sure that in every store we have AI experts. They're trained up to the minute to talk to customers about AI. Where is it now? Where might it be? And is that a good product for you to buy? So now we've got so many people coming into the stores for information. They're not necessarily buying, but they're giving you that information. And so those customers are coming in, and some of them are buying a lounge on the way out, or a fridge, or whatever it may be. So our foot traffic in the stores right across the world is going like that. And so that is helping all the other departments as well. So by concentrating on this AI, which is the hot product in the world, it's very good for our business. And I say to Kate, do you know how lucky we are? We're in a retail business that's got the latest technology and new products coming into it. And we go back over all the years, we saw TV, and then we saw the CD player, and then we saw the mobile phone, and then we saw the computer, and a lot of other products. But this is over a very long period of time. And you know, I remember looking at the phone, it was a brick. It's not that long ago, it's 25 years or something,
I don't know. Long ago, really.
And so now the technology on the phone improving so much. Like the latest Samsung's lighter, it's thinner, it's a fold. And so our sales of mobile phones are going like this, our sales of computers are going like that. And it's having this great rub-off on the rest of our product category. So when people say to me, how are your lounge sales, how are your bedding sales, how are your fridge sales? I said, well, they're pretty good. They're all pretty good. How are your AI sales? They're better than all of that. So, but when you go across the board, you're looking at good sales increases in all these stores all across the world. We've got 305 shops in the world. Every one of them has got an increase on last year. This is very, very good for us. We're very fortunate.
Yeah, we've seen interest rates coming down all around the world. Is that, do you think, giving consumers more confidence, a little bit of extra money that they can potentially spend in retail stores?
Yeah, so I go into the stores and I talk to our staff all the time. And how's it going at the moment? And so that latest interest rate didn't come down and it's been a bit soft this week. But then the interest rate comes and said, oh, we got a bit of a kick this week. And the other interesting thing I find when I go into the store, and this happens every time, there will always be a customer come up to me and say, I would like to compliment you on the quality of your staff, how good they are. and they'll mention a name, and I'll go and see that person. I'll say, you know. So to me, that's one of the most satisfying things. I think we've got the best qualified, best trained staff of any retailer in Australia. Now, sure, we'll have some that are not up to scratch, but across the board, the amount of time we've spent making our staff, getting our staff, training our staff to be the best in the industry. It's very satisfying when customers come up and tell you that.
I imagine it would be. Looking at your results around the world, strong performance in Asia, Ireland, you're expanding in the UK. How's it been going in the Midlands area in the UK?
That's our most difficult. You picked it. So everywhere in the world we're going very strong. We've gone into the UK with one shop, and it's trading better than it was a few months ago. It's still losing quite a lot of money. We've got to open another couple as quick as we can to try and make it. You know, like to get. You go to the UK and say we're Harvey Norman. They say, who the hell are you? No, they haven't got a clue.
You've got to do some more advertising.
Well, yeah, but we're nobody. And then you take them through the shop and talk to them, and they say, oh, it's very good. But there's 75 million people there. If we can get a presence in the UK, that'll be great. But I can tell you, we're going to lose money there every year for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years. And then we'll either retire hurt or we'll be somebody. And so... But that's what we do. We're in 8 countries. We've succeeded in every one of those countries. If we fail there, it'll be the first time.
Each year your profit result is usually good and it goes up and up and up. But this time around, the stock market has really reacted, and I think your shares hit a record high earlier this morning. What do you think's different this time around compared to previous results?
I think maybe they're finally getting the message that we're not just a retailer, we're a retailer and a property company. And that 15% of our profit every year over the last 10 years, average, comes from property. And they never put that in. For instance, JB Hi-Fi Good Guys made a profit, I think, of $670 or something like that, and we've made $750. And so we've made 80 million more than them, and they're looking at that and thinking, JB Hi-Fi has got a market cap of 13 billion, Harvey Norman's 8. Maybe it should be the other way around. That doesn't sound right. Harvey Norman makes more money than them and is worth $5 billion less. Where have we made this mistake? I better go back and do my homework.
Do you think investment analysts are re-looking at the Harvey Norman
business? I think they have to. They finally... Oh, the lights just come on. Why didn't I see this before? And then the other analyst said, I saw it, you didn't. I made the profit, you didn't buy. And so there's a whole heap of shareholders out there at the moment saying, wow, you know, I'm glad I stayed in Harvey Norman.
Yeah, I think the last time the shares were this high was November 2007, so going back about 18 years.
I know, and so it's interesting. But our market cap today is way above what it was in those days. But You're right, we've now gone above $7 and a market cap that we've never been... $7 or $8.5 billion or whatever it is, from closer to $9 billion. So, you know, we've never been valued at that. And sometime in the last year or two, it was half of that, okay? So just let's assume you bought some shares for $3.50 or something like that, which you probably could have bought in the last 2 or 3 years. You just doubled your money and you've had dividends all the time. So we've got people out there at the moment who'll be, whew, they'd love Harvey Norman, wouldn't they? Right.
Yeah, and look, this last question, the government held an economic roundtable earlier this month in Canberra. You might have seen some of the TV coverage about it. Are there any policies you'd like to see from the government to help the business sector in general in Australia?
The business sector in Australia is way over-regulated. There are so many rules and regulations, and it's like mind-blowing. And then you've got a bloke called Trump, who I'm not a great fan of, but he gets out there and says, get rid of 10 laws to put one in. Like, they talk about affordable housing here. That's never going to happen. Like, the amount of money you've got to spend to buy a block of land, the cost to build it, it's never going to happen. And the other problem is, if I want to build a new shop at the moment, I've got to buy the land and build the thing, and I'll lose money every time. You just can't do it. So now I think, oh, gee, I'm lucky. I've got a lot of good shops. I own a lot of land, and and I'm trying to do more. I'll get a couple going, but in the old days I'd have that one going, that one going. Now it's so difficult. Will I build a high rise? Yeah, the land and the cost of building it and the cost of the money and the labour and all the people I'll need. I'll come out losing money. I'm not going to build it. You know? Will I make something in Australia? The cost of the labour and the cost of the energy and everything. Will I have a go at it? It's pretty hard.
Yeah.
So now we're talking about productivity, and you think, how are they going to get productivity? It's too hard. How are we going at the moment? The economy is very strong. It's looking good. But does this keep going? Or do we look at it in another couple of years and say, this was always going to happen? But at the moment, if you said to me, how's your business going? Is the economy strong? Are people buying it? Yeah, it's going good. Do you think it'll be like that forever? No. But it'll make hay while the sun shines.
Great. Look, Gerry Harvey,
Okay.
Executive Chairman Harvey Norman, great to talk to you today.
Thanks very much.